All right. Shalom Yashala. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Waharaka Kodash Barakatham. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam who's out there pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwat out there listening. Okay, well, I'm get into, this whole label of this whole BIE acronym for Black Identity Extremists, I believe. We know that not to be true, as far as being that associated with Great Millstone here at Great Millstone, man. We first and foremost, we're not black. Okay, we don't co-sign that, and anytime that word is used, we always say the so-called black man. We've been doing that since the time I've been in this thing, man. And, even before being in this truth, I recall the apostles and elders saying so-called, so-called. We're not even black, you know. But, with that label, of course, is going to come with drama, which, hey, the Most High is all about drama. But the narrative of the whole thing, it's gonna play out in Yasharalah's favor. But Esau, hey man, he's on the left hand side, so he's gonna do it up big, man. You know. But this is a very interesting read. This is actually from 3 years ago, close to 3 years ago, I believe. I'm here in the city of Dallas, and I believe the current mayor is still Mike Rawlings. Okay, I'm gonna read from this old article dating back to 2015, I believe, in November. Salakia. It says Dallas Mayor Mike Rawlings isn't afraid of the Syrian refugees fleeing a civil war in the Middle East. He's more concerned about the white men who grab military grade firearms and shoot up Salakia and shoot up public venues, which is most, even, you have some instances where that's set up, it's a red flag. And then you have a lot of times it's not a red flag, and those Edomites are known to be destructive, man. First and foremost, that was their blessing, man, was the firearm. Okay, the heavy artillery, man, that's their blessing, man. That's alluding to Genesis, man. Matter of fact, I'll get that. Abaratazah. I'll continue reading. I am more fearful of large gatherings of white men that come into schools, theaters, and shoot people up. But we don't isolate young white men on this issue, Rawlings told MSNBC on Saturday, addressing the recent claims by a number of public figures that the U.S. needs to turn away refugees from war-torn Syria because some of them could be terrorists planning an attack. Hey, and that was well said, man, and accurate. You know, Esau is the most destructive person on the planet, man. You know, these heathens, man. These heathens are the only reason those nations are having any type of turmoil is because Esau's over there, pitting them against one another, man. And that's a well known fact, man. So that's from Dallas Mayor Mike Rawlings, so therefore saying, hey, even those Middle East quote unquote Muslims, they ain't the problem. So therefore, we're not the problem. We know we're not the problem. Let me bear with me, let me get you a scripture, to back that up what I said earlier, man. Because these people, they've been on to us, but hey, it is what it is. But that's that's a beautiful thing though, man. Because that's just all that is, man. Is that we're almost out of here, man. And that's point blank, period, man. We're almost out of here. You know, this is let me see. This is the blessings that was given to Jacob and Esau. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna start at Genesis, 29. Uh, Salakia. I'm tripping. I'm in Genesis 27, verse 40. And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass. Salakia, let me 39. Okay. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt his yoke, shall break his yoke off thy neck. Okay, so that's clearly stating that Esau's the with his gift, man, that he's fulfilled that to the max. He didn't slack on his gift, man. You know, hey, of course, our nation went off, and we're not able to and enjoy and be comfortable in the inhabitants on this earth, because we went off against the law, statutes, and commandments. First and foremost, putting Yahweh by Shem Yahshua on the backside, man, on the burner, man, on the back burner. So now we being punished for that, okay? But let me get into this video, okay?
An ex-Army sharpshooter was found to have nearly 130 guns at his home in South Carolina after he ambushed police officers. Fox News reports that Frederick Hopkins used 3 of his estimated 129 guns to ambush officers that were attempting to question his son, Seth Hopkins, about potential child sex assault. Richland County Sheriff Leon Lott said, "It's chilling to see how this house was set up. The officers had no chance whatsoever. During the shootout, 1 officer was killed and 6 were wounded. 2 deputies remain in critical condition." Police had a search warrant and had a prearranged interview with Hopkins' son, who was charged with criminal sexual conduct with a minor against 2 different girls. Hopkins is a Vietnam vet and was awarded a marksman badge with a pistol bar and a sharpshooter with a rifle bar during his 11 years of service. He's been charged with murder and 6 counts of attempted murder.
There's no Hebrew Israelites doing that. Hell, I'm going as far to even say that, but a lot of these other guys are paid off, and they're sleeping with the enemy, man. Here at GMS, man, we casting our burdens on Yahweh, man, on Yahweh, okay? And we have faith that Yahweh Shah Mashiach is going to deliver the elect, man. That's all we got. We're not out here pushing the agenda for the Akyam or even our people to get guns, man. We know this. We know that's not the narrative of this thing, man. There's no way to defeat Esau on our terms, okay? But here's just another perfect example of how Esau is the extremist, man. These Negroes, man, ain't no extremists, man. Hell, Jake, who's not even in the truth, isn't even giving Esau no problems, man. It's Esau, man. In this story, what the Edomite son was a pedophile. The father ambushing the police department, nearly 130 guns. Hey, man, you run up in most of our cribs, man. You just gonna find what? Laptops, camp signs, Bibles, apocryphas, brothers study materials, man. You know, and hey, but it's all coming out, man. Okay, and you see how these guys are always um how these guys are always carefully named. They're called a militia. You know, a militia, I believe the definition is 1,000 or more. You know what I'm saying? A thousand or more. And matter of fact, let me get that. Okay, this is a militia, a military force that is raised from the civil population to supplement a regular army in an emergency. A military force that engages in rebel or terrorist activities, typically in opposition to a regular army. So therefore, hey, we don't call ourselves a militia, man. We call ourselves men of the Lord. Abaratazar, we're those men. We're just out here with Bibles, man. That's our only shields and so on and so forth, man. That's our only uh war war material that we have, man. Okay, I'll continue reading. All able-bodied civilians eligible by law for military service, militia, and that's what these guys are called. They're called militias, but we're called um here it is. Great Millstone and other Israelite groups are called black identity extremists, terrorists. You know, so it kind of lets you know some of those guys are paid off, man, wearing those black boots and military style cargos, man. Those gang unit military style cargos, man, and those black military boots, man. So we're out there just preaching the word, man, and trying to wake up the elect, man. So therefore, hey, Esau militia, hey. So some of that definition does pertain to them, because they're the terrorists. You know, we're not terrorizing anybody. His word is just cutting them, and it's become very problematic for them. Okay, but I know also, Salakia, I said earlier, it's a militia does usually contain more than 1,000, of course. You know, to be considered a military. But this is that definition is spot on right here too, that I have right before the Akyam and Akawath. Okay, so they are. Hey, it is what it is, man. We're just here to preach, man, and wake up the elect. Let me get uh let me get Psalms 73. This is perfect. Where I want to start at. Okay, this is Psalm 73, verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Okay, Esau's strength is firm, man. You see how that being labeled like they're they like by law they're okay. That's why these guys aren't being punished at a all time high like the so-called black men and so-called Native Americans and so-called Latinos, man. Okay, I'll continue reading. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Hey, hey, man, that's Esau, man. That's why he's labeled. That's why he's being given these interviews, such as that. You know, given he's being given room to explain himself. Us, nah. I remember the Apostle Tahar did a video probably a couple of days ago, speaking on how they had a little segment on CNN, and they pretty much just chopped up what the apostles said, man, and just you know what I'm saying, and which it wasn't even the whole interview in its entirety. You know, that's how this devil does, man. But hey, we got the truth, and the truth is out there, man. Now, I really feel. I forgot which Rockefeller it was. Hey, they shouldn't have never created the internet. You shouldn't have, cause it's all out there. The truth is out there, and your truth is out there, man. Y'all the ones molesting these damn kids, man. Y'all the true pedophiles. Esau with 130 guns. What the, you know what I'm saying? But that's his blessing, though. I'm like, damn, what the hell you gonna do with 130 guns, man? Uh, Let me get back in verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. That's Esau, man. That is Esau. That is the proudness. That is his whole entirety. This is his whole existence. This is his whole being. This is his whole purpose, man, of how not to rule and how not to represent as a nation, you know? So Esau is basically just made an example of how not to be, man. So when we rule, first and foremost, when Yahweh Shah Mashiach delivers us, delivers us, okay, it's gonna be a standard. But the law is gonna be within our hearts, man. And we're gonna have a standard, man. We're gonna have a code to go by, man, which is gonna be a beautiful thing, man. Ain't gonna be no more of this foolishness. Okay. Verse 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. Okay, that's Esau, man. His malicious, his extreme levels. That's Esau. We're not the extremists. Okay, we're not the extremists. We're just out here preaching the truth, man, in its entirety, man. In Abaratazah, we continue to do that. In Abaratazah, we get we get closer to that mark, man, of sealing up the 144, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, I hope this was edifying for the Akyam and Akwath. And once again, call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, Waha Rakah Kodash Barakatham. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam who's pushing his truth and sincerity, okay, in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Aqua that listening. Shalom.